Good Monday evening, everyone. A happy Masters Monday to you. Unfortunately, we didn't have really the greatest weather out there today, but luckily it never really got too heavy. It was just kind of light showers that were hit or miss through most of the day. We've actually kind of seen the steadiest rainfall show up late this afternoon and really over the last couple of hours for us. This is actually a live look at Doppler Max radar. Wanted to hold it still here just so you can see kind of who's seeing rain and who's not. It's just kind of peppered across most of the central CSRA. These are moving west to east, so if I put it in motion for you, you can see kind of the general movement of these. Really just steady light rain, nothing overly heavy, and this will be moving out once we get past around 8, 9 o'clock later tonight. So this isn't going to last all night long for us. We do look much drier heading into the overnight. And the one thing we may have to worry about late tonight and early tomorrow morning is potentially some dense fog forming. So that's really the only weather worry once we get into late tonight and over the next couple of days. We are expecting some beautiful weather Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow morning we're going to wake up in the 50s, in the afternoon to the low 80s. Should see a good bit of clouds early into the day, but more sun into the afternoon. And then we are really cranking up the heat by Wednesday, most likely seeing those high temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. And the good news is, over the next hour or so, those rain chances really drop off the table, and we are looking to stay completely dry Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're just going to enjoy much warmer temperatures as well. So if you are heading out to Augusta National tomorrow, cloudy start, warm and partly to mostly sunny into the afternoon. Just a few passing clouds at times. Wind's not going to be a huge factor tomorrow on the course. Wind should really stay below 8 miles an hour for the most part. Maybe you see a gust up to 10, but that would be about it. Sustained winds will be just kind of out of the south-southwest between 3 to 8 tomorrow afternoon. Those high temperatures only getting warmer. Wednesday potentially close to 90, but take a look at what happens by this weekend. We get back a northeast wind and we bring back the infamous wedge. This is what's going to bring us not only much cooler high temperatures in the 50s, but unfortunately also the chance for more rainfall and potentially even more widespread heavy rainfall, different from what we saw today. Wanted to briefly look at our high temperatures on Wednesday for both Aiken and Augusta. Both of these are going to be within a couple degrees of record-setting high temperatures. Would not be surprised if we're within a degree or two of 90 by the middle of the week. So it is going to be much warmer, and we are going to see all different types of weather for the rest of the week. Unfortunately, not looking great by tournament time. Thursday, for the most part right now, looks dry during the day. We'll likely see some showers and storms show up late afternoon and Thursday night. And then that front that's bringing the rain Thursday just stalls right on top of us, and that's going to keep rain chances fairly high Friday and Saturday. Now for the next couple of days, we're going to be ahead of that cold front in what we often call the warm sector. So just kind of the warm and nice weather side of these frontal systems. So with the wind turning out of the south, that's drawing in the warm air for us. We're going to have to wait a few days for moisture to really build enough to bring us that storm risk late into our Thursday. And right now, most of the rain Thursday kind of timed out to show up late into the day, so definitely not an all-day washout. Different story, though, Friday and Saturday. As this front just kind of sits on top of us, this just acts as a ramp for that moisture to be lifted into the higher levels of the atmosphere. So this is going to bring us pretty good rain chances. Obviously, still a few days out. Hopefully, it will change. Definitely keep your fingers crossed, but at the moment, pretty much every model we're looking at just showing widespread moderate to heavy rainfall across the CSRA Friday, Saturday, potentially portions of our Sunday. Some models kind of move this rain out by Sunday morning. Others keep it through Sunday afternoon. So that part of the forecast still a little bit tricky right now, but Friday and Saturday definitely looking very likely we'll see some pretty wet weather across the area. Here's a look at our two different long-range models. So we often show this graphic, just kind of look into the future to see how much these models agree with one another. At the moment, the GFS and the Euro are both thinking 2 to 3 inches of widespread rainfall between Thursday and Sunday. So that 4-day stretch is what these rain totals are looking like. So unfortunately, not just looking like an opportunity for a few hit and miss showers, maybe a thunderstorm. This is looking like pretty widespread rainfall that could be heavy at times. And remember, we're also going to see that big cool down this weekend. We're going to see those high temps drop all the way down to the 50s by Saturday. So taking a look at your 7-day forecast, if you're here in town or if you're a local that's lucky enough to have badges this week, take advantage of Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are going to be the really nice weather days. And potentially even the first round Thursday doesn't necessarily look too bad until we get to much later into the afternoon. Those temperatures will stay warm again Thursday before that front does arrive. Friday into Saturday, that's where it gets dicey, potentially thunderstorms, cooler temps Friday, Saturday, and then potentially even lingering into our Easter Sunday, which is also the final day of the Masters. So this is not the greatest forecast that we hope for the busiest week in Augusta, but sometimes we just got to deal with what Mother Nature hands us. But we're going to keep an eye on these rain chances the rest of the week. And actually for the rest of the week, 9:30 each night, Richard Rogers and I are going to be back live on Facebook and our digital platforms and just talking a little bit about more about the forecast going ahead into the tournament. So if you want to join us again later tonight, 9:30, Richard Rogers and I will be here. Hopefully you have a great evening, and we'll have that update for you later tonight.